Hi everyone, this is Robert. Welcome to In Deep Geek. For many people, Jon Snow is the main character in A Game of Thrones. The man who will lead humanity to victory over the others and claim the Iron Throne for himself. The prince who was promised, Azor Ahai. But is that who he really is? Is that what he even wants? I want to suggest that although he will be central to the events to come, he is far from being the leader that Westeros needs. Jon's upbringing was a unique one. Raised alongside Ned Stark's true-born children, but denied his name, and often excluded from formal gatherings. Ned treated him no differently to the rest of the Stark children, but Catelyn did little to hide her dislike of him, considering him a daily reminder of Ned's cheating on her. The result was Jon inheriting much of Ned's strong sense of personal morality and obligation, but without a strong mother figure. Although we now know that Jon is not Ned's son, but his nephew, he did not know that, nor did any of the other Stark children. Ned promised to tell him about his mother when they next met, after Jon had taken his vow as a member of the Night's Watch. Once Jon was there, having disavowed any claims to titles or names, he would be safe, just like Aemon Targaryen had been spared from the massacre of the rest of the Targaryen family. It's one of the great tragedies of Ned's death that he died before Jon knew how he had saved his life as a baby. And so we have Jon, raised a Stark at Winterfell, full of a sense of obligation and duty, and yet he seems to be continually rebelling against it. In particular, his passionate love for his family often drives him to reckless decisions. In Season 1, he draws a blade on Alliser Thorne, his commanding officer, when he insults his parents, and then he abandons the Night's Watch completely when he hears of Ned's death, only being turned back by the swift actions of Sam and Ed. If he'd been caught, it would have meant certain death. Most recently, in the Battle of the Bastards, he charged into no man's land in a vain attempt to save Rickon, a move which undoubtedly cost the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of his soldiers. He truly is the epitome of a song of ice and fire, stark resolve and sense of duty, mixed with Targaryen drive and impetuosity. But does all this make for a good leader? Well, he does seem to pass the first test. Some people do undoubtedly follow him. Sam and Ed hang on his every word. Tormund seems to accept his leadership, and Lyanna Mormont rouses the houses of the North to proclaim Jon King of the North. But his decisions as leader often leave a lot to be desired. He rarely seems to consider the effects of his actions. When allowing through the wildlings to pass south of the wall, he didn't seem to care how much it annoyed the rest of the Night's Watch. The Battle of the Bastards, he allowed Ramsay to goad him into charging, losing any tactical advantage he could have had. So if his track record as a leader is patchy, we have to ask, does he even want to be a leader? It is noticeable throughout the series that Jon never actively seeks a place of leadership, instead seems to have it thrust upon him. On joining the Night's Watch, he wanted to be a ranger, but Lord Mormont decided instead to train him as a potential future Lord Commander. When he did become leader of the Night's Watch, it was because Sam put his name forward, and when he became King of the North, he accepts it, but it was not him who asked for it. When he does have a choice, he seems to back away from responsibility. When Stannis offers to legitimize him and make him Lord of Winterfell, he refuses. After he is resurrected by Melisandre, he immediately resigns his position as Lord Commander, and after the Battle of the Bastards, he tells Sansa that he wants her to be the ruler of Winterfell, not him. So, to sum all this up, is Jon a leader? Yes, definitely, and I'm sure he will have a pivotal part to play in the battles to come. Is he a good leader? Well, no. There are some serious question marks against his judgment and ability to think strategically. And does he even want to be a leader? No. He has never, not even once, sought a position of authority or leadership. So what happens if he is offered the Iron Throne at the end of it all? As Rhaegar Targaryen's only living heir, he has a very strong claim, particularly if his natural parents married in secret. I think he will say no. I think he has had enough of this life already, and that's before he faces the battles to come. Since his resurrection, Jon has become visibly world-weary. He repeatedly says he doesn't want to fight again. He begs Melisandre not to bring him back if he dies again, and Sansa has to push him into fighting for Winterfell. I think he will find the energy to do what he must to ensure the survival of humanity and the security of his family, but no more. So there we have it. Jon Snow, the dragon raised by wolves, very possibly the true heir to the Iron Throne, likely to be the key character in the confrontation with the White Walkers, does not want to be king. He may be offered it, but I doubt he will accept. What do you think? Do you think Jon will become king? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it or subscribe so I know to make more like this one. And if you want to be more involved in deciding on future content, or if you just want to support me in this channel so I can devote more of my time to making videos, please visit my Patreon page. Details are in the show notes. Thanks everyone. That's all for this time. I'll see you again real soon.